What's up guys, it's HD Jag, and this is Call of Duty Black Ops Ascension, the zombie map for the Strike map pack, which actually came out 3 days ago. So I managed to go all the way to level 59. Level 60 is the world record, but I was not able to beat it. So, however, when you start, you're gonna start with the M1911, and you're gonna do a quite old tactic, which I've been doing all the way since Call of Duty 5. It's called the 5-shot tactic. Pretty much what you do is that you shoot the zombie 5 shots and then you knife him. What this does is that, most people do not really take this into notice, but every time you get a hit marker, you get 10 points. So this means that if you shoot 5 shots, you will get 50 points. You will get a hit marker with the knife, that's 60 points of total, plus 120 points for the knife kill. If you kill someone by shooting them in the stomach and they die that way, you get 50 points. That's for an ordinary kill. If you would shoot someone in the head and he would die, you will get 90 points. If you would knife someone, you get 120. Most people think you get 130 for knifing someone, but you actually get that 10 extra point for the hit marker. So you want to continue doing this as long as possible, or not really as long as possible, but as good as possible, and try to do the rinse and repeat method when you do the knife, because after level 1 you're not really going to be able to have that many shots left, and you're going to run out eventually. I don't really care how you do it, you're going to run out. And in level 2, what you need to do is that you need to shoot 2 shots instead of, or 8 shots instead of 3, or instead of 5. Because they got a little bit more health, and you want to make sure that they are a one knife kill. But when you run out of ammo, it's just to continue doing the rinse and repeat method, and pretty much just go forward, go back, and knife, just like that. It's pretty simple. So when you have done that for quite some time, you're gonna be opening a door, which is downstairs, which is gonna be leading all the way to the MPL. So you open the first door for 750 points and you buy the MPL. Why you want to buy the MPL is quite simple. As I said before, you get points per hit marker. The MPL is a very fast shooting weapon, and if you hit every shot you take, you will pretty much earn quite a lot of points. And remember that the MPL do not really have that much of an ammo, or the clip is not really that big, and the total amount of ammo you get is not really that much. So what you should do is try to focus on hitting the head. You do not really have to aim in. The MPL has quite a good, pretty much no aim in or no scope kind of accuracy. So there's no need for that. But if you want to be sure to hit the head, I would suggest aiming in. So I want you to continue doing this. When you need ammo, it's just run down. I think the ammo is only 500 points, which is not really that much. And try to remember that you do die sometimes just by the guy hitting you in kind of, he kind of swings both of his arms, so sometimes you will die just by one hit. So try to make sure that they are quite far away from you. But however, it's just to continue doing this and being on this stairway for as long as possible. After some time you will realize that the zombies are coming pretty fast and they are starting to flood you. You have to open the first door for 1,250 and the second one for 1,000. I would recommend you doing this at when you have around 1,500 points, something like that. When you have opened or when you've turned on the power, you have to run down again, trying to make sure to get the Juggernaut as fast as possible. Remember, when you drink the Juggernaut, it does actually take around 3 more seconds before the perk is activated. So just because you drank the Juggernaut, don't run straight into the zombies. So what I did here now is that I wanted to get something better than my M1911. If you do not have more than 950 points left, you should run down and buy the MPL ammo. So I get the C75, which is a pretty bad pistol, I gotta say. It is quite good in the beginning though, but I never really liked pistols in Nazi zombies in any kind of way. Now, you should try to run out to this gate and try to earn up all the points you need to open it. This strategy, you can actually create your own kind of path. The only thing that is important is that you get the Juggernaut as fast as possible, and pretty much that you make sure to have the power on and you open this gate before pretty much the zombies start flooding you too much. So try to stick with the same strategy, but you do not have to do exactly the same one. So after some time, you're gonna realize that it's like red everywhere and things are dropping down from the sky. What this is, that it's actually monkeys, not wolves or dogs actually coming and trying to kill you. What the monkeys actually do is that they hunt for your perk. They will start trying to destroy the perk machine, pretty much. So try to stick or try to be as close to the most important perks as possible, and the most important perk is actually Juggernaut. And make sure that they do not even touch it, because if they do not touch the perk, you will get a bottle, and that is pretty much a random perk. So what you need to do now is get just one zombie left, and you're gonna run up and do some randomizing. If you're lucky, you will get the Thunder Gun. But if you do not get the Thunder Gun, just continue after every level, try to get one guy left and go up and randomize as much as possible until you get the Thunder Gun, because the Thunder Gun is quite important. What you need to do now is find all of these free ones, all of these free kind of landers, I think they're called. Because what this does is pretty much, it's for some reason it makes it so the rocket gets maximum fuel, and you can actually turn on the rocket, which is pretty much what you do is that next to the lever where you pull on the power, you can actually pull another lever as well, and what this does is pretty much launches the rocket up in the air. And under the rocket there will be the Pack-a-Punch machine, or actually next to the room, which is under the rocket, there will be the Pack-a-Punch machine. So what you need to do is you can admire the nice graphics on, or pretty much the awesomeness of the rocket leaving Earth. And you run in, you look to the right, and you will find a Pack-a-Punch machine. Now, here for the strategy how to survive. What you need to know is that when the zombies are rushing up the stairway, what you need to do is that you need to run like a half moon. Run back and forward like this, and pretty much the zombies will not really move that much. They will just move a slight bit, but they will still be in the middle. Try to run like this. You do not have to run in the inside of that thing. It's just to try to focus as much as possible, make sure not to do any mistakes, and if you need, use your Zeus cannon. And when you run out of ammo, what you need to do is that you need to run to buy the MP5. And you buy it, you switch to your Zeus cannon, run on the inside, let the zombies come, and run up the stairs. This is pretty much the absolutely best tactic for doing this kind of strategy. There is some things that can be improved, and I do not really know which one is actually the best. This is just the one that I prefer the most, and which I have had the simplest or the absolutely best luck with. So here comes the most important part. You need a killer weapon and a gaining weapon. I have been playing the role as a runner on Nazi Zombie for quite some time, so pretty much what a runner does is pretty much he just runs around while the zombies are following him. So what you need to do in this kind of situations is that you need to have a killing weapon and a gaining weapon. The killing weapon, the best killing weapon you can have is a Zeus cannon, but you can also have shotguns in the earlier levels. But you should try to use the randomized box as much as possible and try to get that, try to get this Zeus cannon. And it will take quite some time, but it's quite important. The absolutely best killing weapon, which is not the Zeus cannon, is actually the upgraded Olympia, which is called Hades. You can use the ray gun as well, but more about Hades. Hades is pretty much, it has a possibility of, what can I say, pretty much turning the zombies into fire, or pretty much the zombies combusting. This is a pretty good thing, because what the killing weapon pretty much does is it's not meant to kill actually, it's more meant just to clear a path in case you would get trapped. Now the gaining weapons can be the ray gun. The ray gun can be both, can be also a killing weapon, but I would recommend having it as a gaining weapon. So what you do with the gaining weapon is that you need to line them up in a row. You need to have them in kind of a big circle or something, where you know that, because collateral damage is actually quite often happening in Nazi zombies. So if you shoot one zombie and there's like 5 behind him, you're gonna get hit markers on all of them, and that's 60 points right there. So what you do is that you continue just having, like, pretty much just lining them up in a row and just start shooting them as much as possible and run around as much as possible as well, and make sure not to get into any kind of corners and don't do anything stupid. But what I would recommend when you get something as a gaining weapon like the HK-21 or the RPK, what you do is that when the round starts, you use your RPK or your HK-21. You just shoot as much as possible until your ammo is out, and when your ammo is out, you run and pretty much go to the Pack-a-Punch room and upgrade the HK-21 or the RPK. And then you run back here. You need to use your Zeus cannon and try to make sure that you hit all of your enemies with the Zeus cannon. You cannot do this without... If you do not have a Zeus cannon, my recommendation is just to run directly and pretty much upgrade it directly. So what you need to do now is you need to take on this trap and pretty much let the zombies follow you, because that is pretty much the only way to kill zombies in higher levels. Now, pretty much... Remember that there will be zombies spawning directly, and zombies spawn quite rapidly in higher levels. So try to get back up to your platform right here and do everything over again. Remember to run in the kind of half moon kind of shape. So sometimes doing your best is not enough, and I fail here at level 59. However, if you did enjoy this video, or if this one actually did help you, you should like the video. If it did help you, you can favorite the video. I have nothing against that. And if there's something you're wondering, I try to respond as much to my comments as possible. Considering that I only get around 5 to 6 comments, I think I can respond to your comments. So I do a fatal mistake here. I switched to my MP5. Never switch to submachine gun. Always have your killer weapon as your main weapon. However, I got 101,902,610 points. That's the highest I have ever seen on any Nazi zombies. However, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.